Okay, part 2 of the exercise video. In the first part, we completed all the values that this particular area manager wants to get from the individual weeks. Now we want to fill the rest of the table using data that comes from the target info, which again is a sheet that gets sent to them, and they need to pull certain bits of data from it. In particular, we want to know what the target for that particular store stock loss is in per quarter as a percentage of their overall sales, what that actually means in terms of actual cash loss, and how far they are away from that target, either above or below. So it is pretty much exactly the same, just using a different spreadsheet. So we want to do a VLOOKUP. We want to look at the store name. We want to look up the table, which is going to be now in the target info. So again, select the table. We're going to go all the way across. How many rows there are? More. Well, that's the last lot. We'll stop at P13 target. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. I think that's enough. Yeah, that's all the stores selected. Again, give a little bit of room for as and when new stores get added, so it can count those in when you add them. So that's the table. Now we want to find out what the target info is. So in this case, this is the Q1 target here. So that is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12th row. Or 12th column indeed, and false. And it comes up with an error. Why does it come up with an error? Maybe because it can't find 44. Store number 44 is there. For some reason I've got 2 target infos. We don't need 2 target infos. What the hell? Don't need that either. Must have clicked on the cell accidentally. No, still not right. Target A2, target info 2, VLOOKUP. Let's just try rewrite that again. VLOOKUP. We're looking up this value. We're looking it up in this. Right, sure. We're looking at the 12th. Oh, did I miss the false off last time? I must have missed the false. Yes, and that is the right value, but I just want to make that table a bit bigger. So at the moment it stops there, but I want to go all the way to. We don't need the sales figures, we just need the P13, so that's AB. Instead of going to L, we need it to go to AB. And we also need to go further down, so where's the last store? Last store is 411. Let's make it down to 500, a nice round number. Okay, so that produces the right target. Again, we just want to anchor everything. Anchor the row, anchor the table. And indeed, we're going to anchor the store number. So when we copy and paste it down and or across, it's going to produce the right values. What also I'm going to do, again, just to make it a little bit more robust, is actually change the column number for yet another match. So we're looking at target Q1. The lookup array is going to be in target. And we'll just set the whole the front row. And we're going to the match type is going to be 0. So it should produce the right, except it doesn't. That is possibly because they're called different things. Yeah, that one's cool. It's looking for Q1 target, but we're actually telling it to look for target Q1. As this is the data that gets resent out, that's always going to be called Q1 target. So it's just simple to name that as Q1 target. it makes no difference to our original sheet. Okay, so, and finally, we just need to, again, just anchor. What do we need to anchor? We need to anchor the row, and we need to anchor that row. And finally, we just need to put all that into an if error. And I'm going to use double quotation marks because we're not doing any. Yeah, I missed a bracket out. Usually Excel's pretty clever. Sometimes you miss a bracket out and it will try and tell you miss this bracket out and add it up, and I'll add it for you. Especially when you've got several functions, you don't know which functions you've closed and which you opened. If you click on it, it'll color code it. So that open bracket's got a closed bracket there, that red bracket's got a red bracket there, and that one's got there. I missed one of them off. It's clever enough to work out which one it is and add it for me. Thanks very much. Okay, we're going to do the same for this, for the cache. Now that probably is going to be an error. Oh no. I've got 4 quotation marks. I need 4 quotation marks there. Maybe that's what the error was in there. I've got 4 quotation marks. Wasn't a bracket. I've got loads of extra quotation marks. There we go. So it's determined that it's come up with an error, so it's giving me a blank. So let's have a look. I want the cache value for the stores in terms of target, which is going to be this one for period 1. So all I need to do is really just change that to period 1. And away it goes. And that gives the right value, so we're just going to double check that. Especially the first time you're creating the formulas, you can double check it just to make sure that you got the right formula. So I'm looking for 1446 for Chesterfield. That's the P1 target. Chesterfield is number 44. 1446 for P1. So yeah, it has pulled the right data. Awesome. We are getting places. The variance to target is simply going to be that plus that plus that, like so. And that is it. We can put an if error around that if we needed to, which we don't if it's just simple addition, and the rest is fine. So all we need to do is copy that down. And voila, except it hasn't worked for usage. Why isn't it worked for usage? Let's go and have a look. Unhide these. That'd be why. Because I just drag that down. It isn't actually dragging the 4 cells in here. So I just need to drag those ones down as well. And we get a response. So I'll just hide those again. Now, in fact, I'll keep those open because I need to copy and paste it down. So the conditional formatting, it looks like top 5, bottom 5 in each column. It's up to the individual area manager. So Dronfield, why is Dronfield showing a Q1 target of dash? Dronfield, a new store. What number was it? 825. That's going to be all the way down here. 8. Yeah, it is pulled actually the right data. It just say dash in the data. That is fine. And that is it. And then you can just do exactly the same. In fact, what I'm going to do is copy that across. So we get all the headings in as well. And it should have, even though these are hidden, it'll still copy in. Let's just double check that, and it has. So again, we can just drag that all the way down, and we've got these 2s automatically done. Okay, just copy it. This is where creating a formula right in the first place pays dividends, because you don't have to redo it for each one of these. You can just easily create a nice, ooh, what's happened there? I just want to do that. There we go. So we just need to hide those. And we got a fully working spreadsheet. So when Pace Week's 2 data are in there, it will automatically update and you can see how they're going week to date. Easy peasy. Now there are some issues doing it this way, and we're not fully complete, and we'll talk about that in the third part of the video.